Honey, you still there? Good. Because I need you to stay right where you are for a little while. I know you got places to be. I know you got that thing on your phone you were about to check. But I am asking you, as someone who does not have the luxury of wasting a single breath anymore. Stay. My name is Dorothy Mae, and I am 105 years old. I was born in 1920. Woodrow Wilson was president. Women had just gotten the right to vote, and nobody had ever heard of a television set. I have outlived every single person I ever loved. My mother, my father, both my sisters, my husband of 51 years, my son. I have been to more funerals than birthday parties in the last 30 years. And I am laying here in this hospital bed, with these tubes in my arm and this machine breathing a little too loud next to me. And I asked the nurse, I said, "Baby, can you hand me that phone? Because I got something to say. And it cannot wait. Not because I am scared. Lord, no. I stopped being scared of dying a long time ago, honey. I am recording this because I am scared for you. The ones still out there. The ones still walking around with all that living in front of them, treating it like it will always be there. Like it is just waiting for you to get around to it. See from here, from this bed, from this particular angle on the whole thing. I can see something most people cannot. I can see the whole road, every turn I took, every place I stopped when I should have kept moving, every morning I told myself later, every person I kept at arm's length, every dream I folded up real careful and put in a drawer, and never took back out again. I can see all of it, and I need you to hear what I see, because maybe, just maybe, you still got time to do something about it. The first thing I need to tell you, and I need you to really sit with this one, is about time. You think you have it. I know you do. I can tell just by the way you go about your days. The way you say, I will call Mama this weekend. I will start eating right after the holidays. I will take that trip when things slow down a little. When the kids are older. When I get that raise. When I feel more ready. Honey, I need you to hear me right now. There was no later. There never was. Later is a story we tell ourselves, that we do not have to feel the weight of right now. It is the most comfortable lie there is. And I told it to myself for decades. I remember when I was about your age, maybe 30-something, my mother kept asking me to come home for Sunday dinner. Not for anything special, just dinner. Just her cooking and her kitchen and her voice asking me how I was doing. And I kept saying, Mama, I will come next Sunday. I got things going on right now. Next Sunday. Next Sunday. Next Sunday.
She died on a Tuesday.
And the last thing she ever heard from me was not, I love you, Mama. It was next Sunday. I have carried that for 80 years. You hear me? 80 years. And it has never once gotten lighter. So when I tell you there is no later, I am not trying to scare you. I am trying to save you from carrying something that heavy. Because I know what it weighs, and I would not wish it on a soul.
People talk about time like it is something you can save up.
Like you can put it in a jar on the shelf and take it down when you need it. But time is not a savings account, honey. It is more like ice on a warm day. Whether you use it or not, it melts. I have had 105 years, and I will tell you something nobody tells young people. It goes fast. Not all of it. The hard parts drag. The grief drags. The waiting drags. But the good stuff, the Sunday mornings and the summer evenings and the ordinary Tuesdays where nothing special happened but everything felt okay, those go like that. You blink, and your children are grown. You blink again, and your hair is white. One more blink. And you are here, in a hospital bed, holding a phone, trying to tell a stranger not to waste what you wasted. Do not waste it. Now let me tell you about the people. Because this is the one that cuts deepest. We are wired to need each other. I mean genuinely wired. Down in the bones and the blood and whatever it is that makes us us. We need people. And yet, we spend so much of our lives keeping them at just enough distance. Close enough to not be lonely. Not close enough to really matter. I did this. Lord, I did this for years. I kept people at what I thought was a safe distance. Safe from what, though? Safe from loss. Safe from hurt. Safe from the terrifying feeling of needing someone so much that if they left, it would break something in you that might not ever get fixed. Sound familiar? I thought I was being smart. I thought protecting my heart was the wise thing to do. It was the saddest thing I ever did. My husband, Robert. Lord, that man. He tried for years to get all the way in, and I kept handing him just enough of me to keep him there, but not all of me. Never all of me. I was afraid. Plain and simple. I was afraid that if he saw the whole thing, the real, whole, unpolished, true thing, he would decide it was too much, or not enough. So I kept the lights dim, You know what I mean. You show people the nice rooms in your house, but you keep the door to the basement locked. You know that room I am talking about. The one with all the stuff you have not dealt with. All the old hurts and the embarrassing memories and the fears you do not say out loud. Most people never let anyone in that room. Robert died in 1987. And in his last few days, when he could not really talk anymore, he just held my hand. And I thought, I spent 51 years with this man, and I never once let him hold all of me. I never unlocked the basement. Do not do that. Baby, please do not do that. Let people in, the real ones, the ones who stay when it gets complicated. Unlock the basement and turn on the light. Let somebody see the whole thing. Because the love that knows everything about you and stays anyway, that is the only love worth having. And at the end of the road, that is the only thing you are going to wish you had more of. Not more money. Not more stuff. Not a bigger house or a fancier car or more followers on whatever app you kids are all on now. More of being fully known and fully kept. Let me talk to you now about fear. Because I have been watching fear run people's lives for 105 years. And I am tired of it. I am tired on your behalf. Fear is loud. Lord, is it loud. It gets in there and it just talks and talks and talks. What if it does not work out? What if they say no? What if you try your hardest and it still is not good enough? What if you open up and they walk away? What if you take the leap and there is no net? Here is what I know about fear after 105 years. It is almost always wrong. Not always. Sometimes fear is smart. Sometimes it is keeping you from something genuinely dangerous. But that kind of fear you know right away. It is quick and sharp and specific. The other kind, the slow creeping kind, the kind that lives in your chest and whispers you are not ready yet, the kind that keeps you in a job you cannot stand, in a relationship that stopped working years ago, in a life that feels like it belongs to someone else. That fear is a liar. I spent the first 40 years of my life listening to that liar. I wanted to be a teacher. I mean, really wanted it. From the time I was a little girl playing school with my dolls, I knew that was mine. But fear said, what if you are not smart enough? What if the other students do not respect you? What if you fail the certification? And I listened. I took the safe job, the sensible job, the job that paid the bills and meant absolutely nothing to me. For 22 years. And then one morning, I woke up and I was 54 years old, and I thought, What am I so afraid of now? So I went and got my teaching certificate at 54 years old. Started teaching 3rd grade. And those were the best 20 years of my working life.
20 years of joy.
That fear almost stole from me completely.
What is fear stealing from you right now?
Sit with that. Really sit with it. What is the thing you keep not doing? Keep not saying. Keep not starting. Because that voice in your head keeps telling you it is not the right time yet.
It is the right time.
It has always been the right time. The right time was the moment you first wanted it.
And if I could go back,
Lord, if I could go back, I would tell that young Dorothy Mae, baby, you are going to be just fine. More than fine. Now go do the thing.
I want to talk to you about something people do not discuss enough.
And that is the quiet way comfort can destroy a life.
Not dramatically.
Not all at once. Just slowly, inch by inch, day by day. Until one morning you look up and you are not really living. You are just going through the motions. Comfort is sneaky. It does not come at you like a problem. It comes at you like a reward. It says, you worked hard. You deserve to rest now. You deserve to stop pushing. You have enough. Why risk losing what you have chasing something you might not get?
And you believe it.
Because it feels true. You do have enough. But enough was never the point.
I watched my neighbor Earl,
brilliant man, could have been an architect, had the mind for it, had the drawings for it, had everything but the nerve. And comfort said to Earl, your job is fine. Your paycheck clears every Friday. Why go back to school at 40? Why risk looking foolish? Earl listened, and he sat in that fine enough job for another 30 years.
And when he died,
his wife told me, she said, Dorothy, in his last days, all he talked about was the buildings he never built.
The buildings he never built. What are your buildings?
What is the thing inside you that keeps drawing itself out? Keeps tapping you on the shoulder late at night. Keeps showing up in your daydreams. Even when you try to be sensible about it. Build it. Whatever it takes. Build the thing.
Because comfort will still be there waiting when you get back.
Rest is good. Lord knows rest is good. But there is a difference between resting and stopping. Do not stop. Not yet. You still got something left to build. Now, I want to talk about love. And I mean the real kind. Not the butterflies kind, not the movie kind where everything is grand gestures and perfect lighting. Love is not a feeling, or it is not only a feeling. Love is a decision, and you have to make it over and over and over again. On the good days, that is easy. On the days when everything feels right and the person in front of you feels like home. Easy. But the other days, the days when they are impossible to be around, when they said the thing that got under your skin, when you are both tired and neither of you has anything left to give. On those days, love is a choice you make even when you do not feel it. Robert and I, we had some years that were not pretty. Some seasons where we were more roommates than partners, where we moved around each other politely, like two people being careful not to knock something over. And we had a choice in those years. Every day we had a choice. And we chose, not because it was easy, but because we had decided. And a decision is harder to walk away from than a feeling. Feelings change with the weather. A decision is something you plant in the ground and tend to, even in the dry seasons. And on the other side of those dry seasons, something grew back that was stronger than what was there before, because it had been tested and it held. I see young people now. And I say young, I mean anybody under 70, honey. I see them walking away from things the moment it gets hard. The moment the feeling changes. The moment it stops being easy. And I want to say, baby, the hard part is not the end. The hot pot is the middle. And the middle is where the real thing gets built. Do not walk away from the middle. Now I need to tell you something about the words you are not saying. Because this one I carry heavy. We have this habit, us humans, of saving our most important words for some future moment that feels worthy of them. We wait until it is the right time to say I love you, until it is the right moment to say I am sorry, until we feel ready to say I was wrong, until we have figured out exactly the right way to say I need you. And sometimes the right moment never comes. My son James, we had a falling out when he was about 40 years old. Something about money. Something that seemed so important at the time. I cannot even remember the details now. Is that not something? The thing that tore us apart. I cannot even remember what it was. We went 3 years. Not really talking. Polite phone calls at Christmas. Cards in the mail. But nothing real. And I kept thinking I will call him when I figure out what to say. When I feel less hurt, when enough time has passed that it is not awkward. James died at 43. Heart attack. on a Wednesday morning in March. Just like that. And the last real conversation I ever had with my son was a fight over something I cannot even remember. If you have someone right now, someone you have been meaning to call, someone you have been meaning to apologize to, someone you love but have not said it to in too long, stop this video right now and make that call. I will be right here when you get back. I have been laying here a good while. A few more minutes will not hurt me any. Go. You back? Good. Good. Now I want to tell you something about regret. Because people talk about regret like it is one thing, but it is not. There are two kinds, and they feel completely different. The first kind is the regret of trying. You went for something and it did not work out. You took the chance and it did not go the way you hoped. That one stings. I will not lie to you. It can sting quite a bit. But here is the thing about that kind. It fades. Because you did something with it. You took it out and you used it. And even if it broke, you have the memory of having held it. The second kind is the regret of not trying. That one does not fade. That one lives in you like a stone, cool and permanent. And at my age, laying here, looking back at the whole road, the things that still sit heavy on me are not the things I tried and lost. They are the things I never tried at all. The paintings I never made. I used to paint. Did I tell you that? Watercolors mostly. And I was good. People told me I was good. My teacher in school told me I had something real. And I put the brushes down when I got married. Told myself I would pick them back up when things settled. I never picked them back up. Not once. In 60 years. Not once. And that is the stone I carry. Not any failure. Not any risk that did not pay off. The thing I never gave a chance to fail or succeed, because I just never started it again. Pick up your brushes. Whatever your brushes are. Pick them up now. Not when things settle. Things do not settle. I can tell you that from 105 years of watching. Life does not settle. It just keeps moving. And you either move with it, or you watch it go by. Now I need to talk to you about forgiveness. And I need you to hear this one right. Because forgiveness is the most misunderstood thing there is. People think forgiveness is something you do for the person who hurt you, like you are handing them a gift, like you are saying what you did was okay. That is not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is something you do for yourself. Pure and simple. It is you putting down a weight you have been carrying. Not because the other person deserves to be free of it, but because you are tired and you deserve to be free of it. I held a grudge once for 17 years. Against my sister Ruth. Something she did that I felt was a real betrayal. And I was right. What she did was wrong. I was absolutely right to be hurt by it. But I carried that hurt for 17 years, polishing it every morning like it was something precious, making sure it stayed sharp. And all those 17 years, Ruth went about her life. My anger meant nothing to her schedule. I was the only one bleeding from the wound. We made up eventually. Praise God, we did. Had another 20 good years together before she passed. But those 17 years, those I cannot get back. Who are you bleeding for right now? Who are you carrying around in there, taking up space, costing you energy every single day, that you could put down? Put it down. Not for them, for you, for the version of you that deserves to walk lighter. Honey, I need to take a breath here for a second. These machines make everything feel a little slower. And I am old, and I talk too much, and sometimes I lose the thread. But I am still here, and I still got more to say. So stay with me. I want to talk to you about your body, because Lord knows you are not being kind enough to it. I know this without even knowing you, because nobody is, not until it is too late. We treat these bodies like they are machines that should just keep running, like they owe us something, like we can run them into the ground for 50 years and then be surprised when something breaks. Honey, your body is not a machine. It is the only house you will ever truly live in. And you get one, just the one. Sleep. I cannot tell you how much I wish I had slept more. I wore my exhaustion like a badge back in those working years, running on coffee and stubbornness, proud of how much I could get done on no rest. What a waste. Your body is trying to heal while you sleep. It is filing things away, processing things, doing the repair work that cannot get done while you are rushing around. Let it do its job. And eat. Eat the real food. Not because you are trying to look a certain way. Lord, we spend so much time worrying about how we look. But because this body is trying to carry you somewhere, and it needs the right fuel to get there. And move. Just move. Walk outside if you can. Not on a treadmill staring at a screen. Outside, where the air is real and the light is real. I miss the outside something fierce right now. You have legs that work. Lord, use them. Use them while you still can, without thinking twice about it. Use them for me. I want to talk about gratitude now. And I do not mean the kind where you make a list every morning, though that is not a bad idea either. I mean the real kind. The kind that stops you mid-step. The kind where you are just doing something ordinary. Washing the dishes, driving to work, sitting at the kitchen table, and something about it just hits you. You are alive right now. This is happening. This ordinary, unremarkable moment. This is the life. Not the vacation. Not the promotion. Not the someday. This. The coffee in your hands. The dog at your feet. The sound of somebody you love moving around in the next room. That is it. That is the whole thing right there. I know what it means to lie here and know that there are no more ordinary mornings coming for me. No more coffee in my own kitchen. No more watching the sun come up from my own window. And I want you to know that I would give anything, not for something grand, just for one more ordinary morning. You have ordinary mornings. Do not waste them being somewhere else in your head. Now, I need to tell you something about dying, because you are afraid of it. I know you are. Most people are. And I understand why. From where you are standing, it looks like loss. It looks like everything being taken. It looks like an ending. But from here, from this particular view, it does not look like that. It looks like putting something down. This body, Lord bless it, it has worked so hard. 105 years of working, and it is tired now. I can feel it being tired. And that is okay. The body knows. You do not have to be afraid of that part. It knows how to do this. It turns down quiet, like a radio finding its final station. And then it rests. I am not afraid. And I want you to sit with that for a second. 105-year-old woman in a hospital bed with tubes in her arm. Not afraid. Because I lived it. Not perfectly. Lord knows not perfectly. But I lived it. I made the calls. I said the words. I loved the people. I picked up my brushes. Eventually, I put the ego down enough times that it matters. I did not leave everything in the tank. And that is the only reason I am not afraid. The fear of dying is not about what is coming. It is about what you did not do yet. So go do it. Now let me tell you about the thing nobody talks about at my age. And that is loneliness. Not the kind from being alone. I have made my peace with alone. I am talking about the kind of loneliness that comes from being misunderstood, from spending so many years around people and still feeling like nobody quite got you. I spent decades being what people needed me to be. The strong one, the reliable one, the one who held it together when everybody else fell apart. And I was good at it. But underneath all that holding together, I was a person who wanted someone to ask, "How are you doing?" and mean it. Not the quick "how are you" that expects fine as the answer. The real one. The one where they sit down and they look at you and they actually wait for the answer. Do you have someone like that? Be someone like that. For the people around you. Put the phone down and ask someone how they are really doing. And then be quiet and let them answer. You have no idea what that costs some people, to be truly asked and truly heard. I want to tell you about my last good day outside. Before I ended up here. It was a Tuesday in October. The leaves were doing that thing they do in the fall. That red and gold thing that makes you feel like the whole world is on fire in the best possible way. And I was sitting on my porch, just shitting, with a cup of tea that had gone cold because I forgot to drink it, watching a cardinal sit in the oak tree. Just the two of us, the bird and me. And I thought, this is enough. This exact thing, this cold tea and this red bird and this October light. This is enough. I did not know then that would be my last day on that porch. I fell the next morning, and I have been in this bed ever since. You never know which ordinary moment is your last ordinary moment. So when you walk outside today, and I hope you do, I hope you go outside today. Look up once. Just once. Let yourself be wherever you are. All the way there. I want to say something to the ones who are hurting right now. Because I know you are out there, watching this at 2 a.m, or sitting in your car in a parking lot somewhere, or on your bathroom floor, trying to hold yourself together. I see you. I have been on my own bathroom floor. More than once. There was a season after James died, after my boy passed, where I did not know how to be in the world anymore. It did not make sense without him in it. And I thought about giving up. I will just say that plain. I thought about it. And what kept me was not some big revelation. No lightning bolt. No voice from heaven. It was my neighbor's daughter, 7 years old, who knocked on my door to bring me flowers she had picked from her yard. Little dandelions and some clover, all tangled up in a rubber band. And she said, "Mrs. Dorothy, I thought you could use these." A 7-year-old with dandelions pulled me back. So if you are on that floor right now, hold on. Your dandelions are coming. They always come from somewhere you did not expect. But they come. They always come. Just hold on long enough to let them. I am getting tired now. I can feel it. And I do not say that for drama. I say it because this is what tired in 105 feels like. Honest and quiet. So I want to use the last of what I have here to say the most important thing. Everything I have told you today. Every word comes down to this. You are alive right now. Completely, fully, irreversibly alive. And that is not nothing. That is actually everything. You have what I am running out of. You have today. And today, even if it is all you have, is enough to change something. Call the person. Say the thing. Start the thing. Put down what is too heavy to carry to the end. Go outside and look up once. Do one thing today that the future version of you will be grateful for. Just one. That is all I am asking. My name is Dorothy Mae. I was born in 1920. I taught 3rd grade for 20 years. I loved a man named Robert for 51 years. I raised a son I missed every single day. I painted with watercolors when I was young, and I put the brushes down for 60 years. And I wish I had not. I have loved and lost and forgiven and been forgiven. I have been on the bathroom floor, and I have been on the porch watching a cardinal in October light. And I would do it all again. Every hard part, every loss, every mistake, every single one. Because it was mine. All of it was mine. Make yours yours. Go live it. All the way. No holding back. I will be just fine. Do not you worry about Dorothy Mae. I am not scared. And when you hear that I am gone, do not you dare be sad for me. You go outside and you look for a cardinal, and you know it is me, telling you one more time to go live your life. All of it.